Who do you think is going to MVP? Because like we saw Jack pop off just now, but also we've been seeing a lot of Precision. We've been seeing a lot of Barry, Alpha. You know, just all these players. So who do you think is going to MVP?
The MVP could be like any one of those four. I think Jack finally found the way to win in match 2. So if MI is able to keep up what they're doing, I think Jack will run away with it. And if IF is able to put a stop to MI's like big momentum and they're able to pull out winning races, I think Barry will be able to MVP for them. So it all depends on who wins the match to see who MVP is. So
yeah.
If MI ends up winning, I think Fazfaf is going to be there. The big man. With dropping 110 plus.
Ooh, we even got a concrete score. This is good.
And then if Infinite wins, I don't think any of them is going to like stand out in terms of points. I think it's going to be spread out through Barry and Alpha. Between the two. Like they're both going to get like high 90s. With Dermo and LT coming in with mid to high 80s to clutch it out. If we're not going in terms of points for MVP, if Maximum wins, I think Monies is going to be their MVP with
yeah, very good point actually. Yeah,
and I think Alpha KC for Infinite if they end up winning. He's been playing pretty well and he's been making plays throughout the pack, so I think he's been their standout player, especially in the first match.
Yeah, I would say only in the first match. I mean, we only saw Barry for most of match 2 being in the front. I mean, they had some good races, but you know, unfortunately, GP2. I mean, they just got completely run over. And yeah, I just hope that this next match is going to reset everything. It's going to give us a way stronger IF and a much more mentally sharpened MI. And yeah. Just waiting on the final few players to join the room, and we'll be off to the races with match 3.
This is going to be insane. I really want this match to be close. The stakes are so high right now.
Yeah, and
they have to play out of their minds.
True, and I have to wonder how affected these teams are by nerves. I mean, MI has been here before, but has IF? You know, does IF have the capacity to handle high pressure situations like this?
Well, I think so. I mean, they're trying to just run back the D3 finals, remember? Like, they were here last season, and they have potential to win it all again.
True. They have a lot of experience as well. These are two very similar teams, in some ways, being pitted against one another in this CTD3 finals. I mean, you know, LT and Barry kind of threw me off a bit, because I wasn't sure how capable they were on CTs, but they've proven themselves to be very good. I mean, almost even with some of these other players that have been playing for way longer. And, you know, it's yet to be seen how strong their mental game is as well. I mean, they've been definitely keeping their heads in the game in terms of like calling stuff, like coordinating shots and just calling plays. But, you know, when the pressure gets to you, when you're in match 3 and you have no more chances after this, it's way different.
Yeah. So just another reminder, still no repicks, like throughout the whole finals, including like potential tiebreakers, no repicks. They decided to go with Lava Lake instead. Lava Lake, kind of unorthodox pick compared to all of the other ones they've been picking. Lava Lake, you have a ton of options to just do anything, like front run, like catch up. I think IF excelled on tracks where your opponents have limited options, so this is kind of a weird pick for me. I don't know if I exactly agree with this, but we'll see if they know something we don't, and see if they'll able to break out a big race here. Barry pulling triple shrooms, already in first with 2 shrooms. There's a ton of shortcuts you can take here. Money's ended up pulling the bill right away, so that'll be a bit tough for him.
Interesting that Barry actually uses these shrooms. I feel like he should have just held them and, you know, potentially dodge a blue with them. Let's see if he's able to take the cut. And he is. Very nice. He's going to be holding on first for just a moment. It looks like one of IF behind him, so he's chilling for now. And yeah, this pack being very close so far is a sign of, you know, that this race is going to be very balanced, I feel like. You know, and as you said, this track is very open-ended in terms of possibilities and counterplays, so I don't want to count anyone out, especially with the pack being this tight. We're gonna have to wait for more developments here.
A really well-timed green shell, and Vesfev is just kind of in the middle of the pack suddenly, and Barry's just breaking away.
Yep, although Precision taking that cut at the top of the volcano, gonna be minimizing that distance, but you know, Dermo actually suddenly appearing in 3rd place, so 1-3 for IF. Unless we get a peek at the shock situation, I can't quite deduce the outcome of this race just yet.
Yeah, I will say that a lot of the shortcuts on this track are very deceptive. You know, you have that big lava fall cut that looks like it saves a ton of time because you cut off like an entire turn. Oh, Barry actually getting blued and comboed, so am I able to turn things around here, taking first and just still trying to threaten him out. This Bill coming up too from Jack. Didn't really know that he had it the whole time, but
yep, not that actually both of the baggers running forward, so it's pretty much, I would put it more likely to be Callum that's holding shock. Yep, Callum's holding shock, and Monty's just desperately trying to chase him down. They're probably going to gear for a target shock here on the cut, potentially. And that's
there's a Mega!
IF going into a Mega, that's huge. Actually getting a target shock, and the blue coming, but will it hit IF?
Oh, no, looks like it hits Precision, I believe. Oh, Barry getting Mega there. Not really going to
sell what you want.
Yeah, now he's just gonna keep bleeding spots here, and yeah, this is looking like a rough race for IF here.
It was so hard to tell what happened again. It's just like, we knew IF had the shock, it happened, and then we just didn't. It was complete blackout. So
yeah.
Artie's gonna walk us through the race here.
Okay, well, IF had shock. They LT dodged in 4th, while TSing 2nd on the Thwomp cut, and then he threw blue at Precision, who was in 1st, but he ended up failing the Thwomp cut. So that kind of negated the dodge, ending MI in top 2.
So epic fail for IF, not failing to get 1st and paying the price. Top 2-5 for MI, I'm pretty sure. So that's going to be a winning race by maybe 7-9, something like that. So yeah, not a good start for Infinite here, as they're going to lose the race by 9. But you know, race 1 out of 12, so plenty of opportunities to come back.
Yep. As I was saying before, like, a bunch of action happened, like Lava Lake, the shortcuts are very deceptive because they don't really save much time if you take them. Like, they save way less time than they look, especially that lava cut and the volcano cut as well. So it's nice to be able to take those shortcuts, but they're not really going to get you as far as you might think.
Yeah, that's very true, because I mean, there's a lot of boost panels on the track as well, just covering the entire thing, so...
Alright, yeah. Let's see what we go to. Kind of 2 opposite extreme track picks here, and MI gets Aquadrome Stage. Aquadrome Stage is kind of a very, very front-run oriented track. Basically no shortcuts. There's only like a few turns into the track, but even then they're very awkward to take and they're not really too often seen.
This is going to be so rough for the IF members in the back, because just breaking out of this is so... I mean, look, Barry already got really bumped out, so I mean, he's not going to be able to do anything for the foreseeable future, because I mean, this track, it doesn't look like it, but it's very limited in terms of what you can do as a runner. And yeah, 5, 7, 8 for IF early on in the race, and MI is just going to be able to hold on to their top spot for now, and hopefully back some of these players in the upcoming quarter.
Yep, holding a golden 5th here. Yeah, looks like he'll be able to catch up at some point. Jack getting taken out there, so IF suddenly, like, in winning spot.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they went from, like, a top 2-4 to losing all their top spots, but it's just Precision in 1st for MI and Jose in 4th. So, Artie, tell me what happened.
Yeah. So, Alpha had triple greens in 4th while MI was top 3. He sniped Jack out and then drafted Vesfef and bumped Vesfef into the wall. So it was just
yeah, and we see more debilitating action up front, as now IF is top 2 as a result of Alpha's item play and Barry taking the shortcuts. So yeah, completely different turnaround than I would have expected. I mean,
Yeah, and that just goes to show, like, they did what they had to do to just mitigate the advantages that MI had. Like, you notice when you play this track that the item boxes are just so weirdly placed. There's not a lot of them. They're all spread out, so front running is really good because you can just get the one reliable box in first.
Yeah, so now that Callum has the shock, so they're top 2 and they have shock, so this is looking pretty good for them right now, to say the least.
Yep, very clean shortcut from Barry there, just letting his teammate into first. That's Alpha there.
Oh, but there's a target POW on him, and it actually kind of works. It gets Alpha in a very weird position, but that's just lag apparently. So.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, Alpha kind
of was able to dodge it in the air, it seems.
Yeah, he used to slope on the side of the ramp to get him extra air before the POW came, so that he was in the air when it came.
Yeah, and very able to recover as well. So. Still holding top 2. It looks like all of MI is behind him, though, as,
I'm not sure if they'll be able to actually do anything. Ooh, there's a last weapon shock for MI, it looks like. And that's gonna put... Actually, no. What are we talking about? That's a... I don't even know, though. I was so confused because there was, like, an MI player there, but then I realized it was Money's, and it's...
I believe IF just dodged into top 4.
Oh, did they? Oh, good for them. Nah, but seriously, I saw the MI tag and I thought that was like one of the MI players just being there, but it was Money's, and I'm really bad at this.
No,
please save me.
You're fine, honestly. Money's was trying to chase Callum, and he actually turned around 360 degrees. Money's did, and tried to start Callum as Callum was running through the pack, but he just barely missed out, and it was a little risky. Could have trolled the runners, but was able to avoid the runners. Didn't get the start out.
Yeah. Money's was chasing Callum for a long time, and this is the perfect race for IF. Top 4, 9, plus 31 for the point differential. So, yeah.
Wow, that was a really surprise top 4 there. Like, it kind of just looked like IF just had top 2 with MIL behind them, but that shock was perfect.
Yeah, so I feel like I need Artie to break down what happened moment by moment. Like, how did it all fall apart for MI there?
Oh, I think lap 2, well, there was the instance lap 1 with Alpha 3v1ing them to go into a 1v1. But lap 2, there was a bomb thrown up by third that ended up making Precision go wide and getting spun out by the bomb, while Alpha just took the tight line and got into top 2 after Barry took cut. And then at the end, IF was holding blue, and then they got their they got shocked into set. Dermo dodged in the start, and LT chained a mega, so they ended up getting top 4 from that.
Yeah. So
crazy.
It looks like it's not gonna matter because we're on some what is this? A Stargate Summit. Yes.
Yeah, Stargate Summit.
I almost said Summer Startle, but I corrected myself, and this is another one of those tracks where there's a lot of cuts. There's a lot of shroom cuts you can take on this one, and
looks like a bagging battle race, huh?
Yeah, we're just gonna be watching this for the first 30 seconds. Nope, looks like we're gonna be going to the run POV. So Barry, in here with his teammates in 3, 4, 5, getting a bomb. I think he's just gonna back this one.
Ooh, that was a really tricky TC pass.
He really needs to back this bomb though.
Oh, it looks like
this, but he gets Callum in the explosion. That's gonna set him back, and Monty's just gonna have an advantage in the bagging department now.
Yeah, like this was MI's track pick too, and they're already in top 2. But shrooms on this track are really nice because
oh my god, Precision just keeping Barry grounded.
that was nice avoidance there. But yeah, like shrooms on this track are really useful. You can take like this one shortcut off to the left, and then there's like a lot of off-road ice you can use. Money's pulling the shot, and Barry pulling the blue.
Barry pulling the blue, very powerful.
Will we see a sudden blue canceller? We're just gonna hold this.
I'm not sure if they have any dodges. If they do, then
they did cancel the blue. It looks like one of them dodged in 7th, but they are really far back at the moment, so it's kind of tough for them to catch up. But
he was who paid the price for trying to schlag Barry with that TC, but he's managed to catch up with this shock call. It was probably for the best, and I mean, Mounties is still 10th as we speak, so they might even pull another shock if they're lucky. But they pulled another TC, which is
yeah, that definitely. But these triple shrooms, that shock definitely brought the pack a lot closer, and suddenly everyone's got a chance to win. IF definitely.
It's like 4 for IF right now.
Yeah, it's like 1-4. These triple reds! Oh, the blue shell, though! That's just gonna give MI top spots again, and looks like a top 3 now, and Barry missing the box is gonna be so tough. Alpha getting taken out as well. Suddenly, this is MI's race to win, and yeah, it all comes down to this last set to like maybe salvage something. The last second shock, will they be able to pull items to catch up? A Mega Mushroom and a blue shell. It looks like it'll actually... No, Jack is actually waiting on the line for it. Still top 3 for MI, but it looked like it could have, like there could have been some damage control there, but no, they held on.
These races were so deceptive, and I think, well, we should have expected this coming from Stargate Summit, but I'm still shocked at how just every moment it just turns around. I feel like there's a big, you know, like the cogs are always turning, but I didn't expect them to turn at this speed.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, another attempt at last-second shock magic, but am I getting that previous race right back? Not even waiting to swing it back in their favor. Yeah, and now they're going to be up single-digit points. Only going to be up by 5, but you know what? They retook the lead anyway.
Yeah, this is the GP of extremes, I feel like. I mean, this is a completely different environment than what we saw in match 1. I mean, match 1, it was just like, you know, a tug of war, if you will. I mean, teams just like, you know, barely like pulling things back and forth by like 30 points, 5 points. But now, you know, these races are like, man.
And now suddenly we're starting to see those big races that we kind of come to expect on custom tracks. Like, it's finally like each team is just like opening everything up for themselves, and suddenly we have very exciting gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, first race, I mean, it's just +9, I feel like. It was +9 or +11 for MI, and then it went to +31 for IF, and now it's just like +20 something, +25 or 27. I don't really know with the math, but damn, I mean, these races just huge, absolutely huge, and now it's gonna get even better, I feel like, because this is a big running track that MI can definitely exploit.
Yep, DS Wario's, or not DS, N64 Wario Stadium, excuse me. Barry just kind of, controller issues, I guess. That's gonna hurt, actually. Because now you're just in the back on Wario Stadium, and you can't...
look how far back he is. That's gonna hurt him a lot. I mean, this track, I mean, it doesn't have any shortcuts, and it's just rough. I mean, Monty's actually a block. That was very impressive.
Some pretty skill-based gameplay from Money's there to lose the bill. Oh my goodness.
Yep, unfortunately, I feel like this is a sitting track, if I'm correct. Artie? Clarification?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Well, you can do the bonk over the wall to get rid of your item, but, you know, generally speaking, this is a sitting track, so...
Yeah, wall, that respawn is not going to put you behind the ramp, unfortunately. But Barry's still in 8th, kind of preventing... actually I was going to say, kind of preventing MI from getting anything, but that bullet is going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, however, IF really needs to just, like, get shrooms and shroom up immediately, because first, it has a pretty big breakaway. The rest of the players have a bit of a breakaway, but they're reachable. And IF just needs to get to them while they're reachable, while they still have the chance to. Callum...
still no shock in play quite yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's always trickier on sitting tracks to actually get the shock, so we're going to be waiting quite a while, I feel like. Nothing really changing in the top spots. Alpha actually getting in the 3rd, which is a different... He's definitely replaced the MI player who was there before in 3rd, so...
It looks like IF has shock as Callum's running forward now.
Yes, so Callum having shock, and they have a Bill in 8th as well, so it depends on if they have any other dodges, and if they do, they have to be gearing up for a really good shock.
Yeah, personally, I think you need to use this, like, right now. Yeah, there it is, as I was saying, because... Try to target shock first. It doesn't look like it got him, but it got him after the ramp anyway. Oh my goodness, Money's dropping another star for precision. Like, expert plays right there. Like,
yeah.
Predicting the shock perfectly, just sitting there. Oh, that was really nice avoidance there, but...
Barry going inside that was just so insane. And now IF is in 2-3, kind of, it's kind of a good position, but it's definitely not an ideal one. I think he wanted to call a better shock, but you just didn't have any room to, you know...
Yeah, so first is basically just gone unless he can pull a couple of blues, but IF able to get into 2-3, so they can maybe just kind of get a neutral race here if they keep holding these spots. You just have to kind of take out.
You don't want to say that, because look at Monty's. Monty's just has free reign to get as many 10th place boxes as he wants to, but he pulls a bill, and now Callum is right there with him. So, you know, the bagging situation might be 50-50 again, and IF still in 2-3. So this is looking very weird right now. Barry just has to back as much as he can to try and get some of these MI players out, and it looks like he's going to do just that. 2-3-5 right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking if there's another shock, it's going to be at this very last set, but no, it kind of looks like neither team has it. Single shroom in 9th. Oh,
potential troll?
No, I don't think any. Yeah, I don't think anyone.
There's a blue shell line. What?
Jeez, that was a last-second blue shell to get IF on the line there.
You pan away for 1 second, and all the action just happens while you were not looking. That was unfortunate, but that was. I'm pretty sure that was Jack getting blued on the line, and potentially IF taking first because of that.
Or no, Jack actually just like ran away with first. It was IF that got blued on the line at the last second.
Did the blue just target Barry?
I'm pretty sure it did, because
it also hit Alpha on his end.
No, it didn't actually. He got caught in the blast.
Okay.
Yeah, I was switching over to Money's because I'm like, oh wait, he may troll here because he was using a star in the pack, but yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. It was like he was so close to it as well.
Yeah.
Like if he hadn't shrimped, I'm pretty sure he was just gonna take the troll pen.
I didn't want to miss that potential troll right there, so I just switched over to him real quick.
Yeah. Luckily, to have a clip of that.
Luckily, you know, only lag, you know.
Yeah,
so
only lag, and that was a winning race for MI, who got top 2-5. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So, 18-point difference, 131 to 113. So, IF keeping it close, but MI still pulling out more winning races here.
Yeah.
That top 4 from IF on Aquadrom stage, like, it didn't really do much for them.
It was like, I mean. Okay, well, it was definitely a powerful call. It was definitely just like, hey, I'm still here. I can definitely compete, but MI has definitely been packing more of an explosive punch, just answering right back to everything that IF is doing, and I feel like we saw that. I mean, you know, even though IF didn't have shock, it wasn't really that effective. I mean, MI just came prepared for every scenario in that instance. So. Yeah, MI just covering all bases, keeping it very difficult for IF to make a comeback or just make any sort of dent in their lead. But you know, 18 points, definitely not an impossible lead to clear, especially not in 8 races. I mean,
yep, definitely doable. So
to do an 8, you know, to make up an 18-point lead, I mean that's nothing pretty much. But you know,
yeah,
I feel like
Lava Road versus Volcanic Valley though.
Yeah, Lava Road for IF, which is interesting because Lava Road I feel like is more of a CT main pick.
Well, sorta.
It's a staple pick for them.
Yeah, it is? All right.
So Lava Road, you have that giant shortcut, which is like pretty big on this track. Like you can make use of it even if you don't even have a mushroom. There's that respawn dodge that you can do, and you know, one shroom and you just cut off like a huge turn on the track. So
yeah, this is a very technically demanding track as well, which is why I was, you know, surprised to see IF actually picking this one, because you know, I mean, they're gonna put up a hell of a fight on this one. I mean, they're not amateurs; they can definitely drive this track, and yeah, Romo getting taken out immediately, and one of MI actually getting taken out as well. Alpha nearly fibbing himself, but 2-3 for IF so far. Cut not blocked, so it's very likely that it'll be taken by at least one player. And
that's a bit unfortunate, as the draft didn't give him enough speed to clear the gap.
Yeah, very underestimating the corner right there. So losing his top spot now in 7th. If he gets a blue, this is still pretty good. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure his race is over here. He's thinking about jumping off, but no, he's just kind of gonna tank it. Maybe get a star. Oh nope, just shocking himself in.
Yep, and now he's back here with
Okay. I see you.
Yeah, and actually it looks like Callum is further back in 10th, and Monty's just resorting to pull it in 9th. Yeah, Monty's, kind of lost the bagging battle early on, and now he just wants to, you know, maybe pull a shock in 9th, or maybe drop another star for his team. That's really just going to be his play here, and he actually does do that. So, yep. Shock coming in for IF. I'm pretty sure that dodged LT on the minimap, if we check.
Not exactly sure.
Yeah, LT dodge.
But, yeah, there you go. LT dodging up, but, yeah, MI still occupying top 2 here. Barry trying to catch up with this golden. But yeah, it looks like IF is kind of struggling here as MI still control the race.
Yeah, and 3, 4, 5, 6 definitely not a bad spot to be in, especially when top 2's gotten much closer to you now. So 5, 6, I feel like are going to have to be spamming for blue here, or just getting a dog item of their own, because I mean, shock is still in play, and I'm pretty sure if we go over to Monty's real quick, Monty's is still in 9th, so that might be a disadvantage for him pulling the shock here. Chaining boxes gets a golden, so yeah, it's very likely that either Callum has shock or no one has shock, so it'll be interesting, but nothing is for certain yet.
I'm surprised that Barry didn't opt to go for the shortcut there. I feel like that would have helped him out a lot more, but he's just kind of hanging in the back with the MI members back here, maybe trying to just dodge a shock or something, but ending up pulling a golden instead. Barry's item looked kind of rough this race, so...
Yeah, Barry just wants to chain here, and actually he does get shocked into boxes, potentially wanting to take over the 2 other MI members in front of him, and I think he will just barely... No. He'll get 7th though, and it's not too bad. Pretty sure that was like a neutral race all across the board. Maybe MI still got top 2.
Yeah, it kind of looked like nothing changed in the top spots there.
Yep, as we finish up the race here, just the 2 baggers racing each other, and I'm pretty sure just Monty's is going to win that, yep. So, 1-3 for MI, which is actually interesting. It's interesting that IF was able to claw back that 2nd place from them. Very good for IF. So, Ari, did you notice anything peculiar with that race? Because, I mean, MI was top 2 for a long time, and IF just suddenly was able to catch up. So, how did that happen?
I know IF pulled a blue shell lap 2 after shock, so I think that hit one of MI's players down, but I'm not sure what happened lap 3 up front.
Okay, so, well, regardless, I mean, 2, 4, 5 for IF, it's not too bad, but I don't know, it was just a neutral race. It's not too bad. I mean, it was only losing by 3, I believe. So, you know, still a very even, relatively even, with the slight leaning to MI's favor. And yeah, IF definitely kind of disappointed, I feel, in the Lava Road pick, and now they've kind of wisened up and they're picking more of a luck track in the form of Autumn Leavesway.
Sorry, I had to step away for a minute. I was just being interrupted constantly. So, yeah, I didn't quite see the results of that race.
2, 4, 5, 7 for IF.
For IF, yeah.
For IF, okay, that's actually not bad for them. But Autumn Leavesway, kind of a very extreme luck course with the shortcuts that save way too much time. So we'll see what these teams try to do. It's like the spots are all over the place, so Shrooms will just be pulled left and right from either side. Triple Reds, though, from my experience, this set coming up here is like one of the most unlucky sets in the game. Like, pulling Shrooms here is insanely tough.
Yeah, and Barry feeling the wrath of that bad luck and just pulling Reds, but that actually might have been good for him, because if Jose hadn't activated the Mega, he would have just gotten 2 of them and increased.
Yeah, it's like it slowed down 2 of MI, forcing Jose into a Mega and Jack taking cuts super late. But yeah, Barry's still feeling some bad luck. TC in 6 gonna have to slow down yet again. But
something to note: Alpha KC is currently holding Bill. He's in 6 right now.
Oh, huge. Okay, that actually puts Callum at a better position to pull shot, because I believe he's winning the backwards battle right now.
Oh, Precision putting on some pressure. But no, looks like they're both just kind of even. Ooh, almost getting pushed off the track there by a runner.
Breaking away a little bit here. It would have been interesting to see one of the players starring the other bagger, and it actually looked like Barry was trying to star Monies, but he couldn't, and now Callum is going forward, which indicates that he might have Shock now.
Yep, Shock could do basically anything on this track. Like, dodging in a star is great here, but the X Factor shortcut right here can't be taken with a star, so it's very tricky to use a Shock here, but regardless, we might see it used like completely somewhere else.
We're probably going to hold off on the Shock usage because Dermo is in first, and I'm pretty sure LT's right up there with them in third place, potentially. And Barry pulling another TC, which is super unfortunate, but...
Yeah, and you can't slow down for that set either because of the position of the ramp, so it's going to be tough for Barry to catch up.
Tough, yeah, and I want to say that LT has lost his second place position, and now he's all the way back in sixth. So this is a bottom 3 for IF, so... I'm pretty sure they're just going to Shock into the upcoming set here.
Oh, there goes the bullet.
Build right now, so this might indicate that the Shock is coming.
Possibly right here. Yep, Shock into boxes. Get all of MI after it. Really nice Shock. Triple Shroom.
Shrooms to top that off, and you know, if the other player pulls Shrooms as well, that's just the dream scenario.
Oh, Money's dropping another star. Money's is insane. Like, these plays that he's making are just like really. Just giving MI so many opportunities. Like, now Jose is still in first, despite him like
he actually managed to land back on Barry here. This is going to be sticky for them, but I think his item got powed out of him. He's going to get another item right here, and maybe if he manages to get the back spam off in time, it's
not quite. But IF getting all of the mid spots.
Yeah, for sure, 2, 3, 4 at least, and
yeah, it looks like 2, 3, 4, 5.
Really good, really good. Kind of lucky for Alpha to pull that Bill in 8th, but also about time, because we've seen a lot of... We've definitely seen more Bills in 8th for MI than IF so far, so, you know, all is fair in love and war, as they say. War in this case, the CTL D3 finals.
Yeah, definitely taking initiative to pull that bullet. Like, super important for bagging as well, not just for running. 2, 3, 4, 5, like, really good Shock to just get them that winning race, and now it's dead even.
Also 9, even though they were able to pull Shock, which is interesting. I mean, even though he did immediately get it and pivot around, it's still impressive that he was able to just take the extra point and elevate the race that much further. So, yeah.
Yep,
only now down to an 8-point deficit, I believe.
Yep, only 8-point difference. This is way closer than any of the other matches have been so far. These guys are here to win.
For sure, and it'll be. I never know what these guys are gonna pick. It's like a mystery. It's like it's like opening Pandora's box like every single race. Just yeah, I don't know. Although they look poised to, they fancy a bit of SNES BC2, and I have to agree, it's a pretty good track. Yeah.
Yep. Or the misclick SNES BC3.
Oh, I'm not too sure about that one. I mean, that one is much more popular, but
I don't think it's a misclick.
But yeah, SNES VC2. I mean, the misclick thing was a joke, but yeah, SNES VC2. Going back to those retro tracks that they were picking early on in the match. SNES VC2, pretty front running, although it does have a shortcut that does save quite a bit of time. It's mostly just like front running and like a lot of boosting and then a lot of slow ramps at the end. So we'll see. Holding top spots here, definitely a good thing. Barry. It looks like MI actually just lost first immediately, so IF already off to a great start here. Top 2, there was top 3, now it's top 2.
Oh, double backing, that was a very smart decision, but unfortunately Best was a bit wiser than that. Having
these is
actually kind of
not quite making it. Yeah,
both players feeling Shroomless for IF? That's gotta feel bad, man. And Monty's actually winning the bagging battle so far, so he's going to get the first box in 10th, and let's see if it's a Shock. No, it's a Bill, so he's going to have to dive off at some point. And,
yeah, good news is you can just kind of lose Bill like whenever on this track, so it's really easy.
And looks like that is top 3 for MI right now. Monty's getting another box in 8th, but unfortunately it's a Bill, and he has to turn around and lose it right there. As Callum just goes further back, he doesn't really care.
I will note that Dermo just lost first, so now it's top 2-4 for MI with Barry holding a golden in 5th. Able to take the cut up here if he chooses to and get back into the mix.
It's not the worst position, but I mean, it's definitely...
Those reds. those reds just halting his progress immediately, and now the cut is...
That was a good usage of reds by Precision, and actually it looks like both of them taking cut here. And wow, if Callum managed to pull shock, maybe we could see a shock usage here, but unfortunately not really.
Dermo getting taken out again, almost getting megged by Barry, and suddenly MI is in control.
Yeah, MI is just, I mean, they've had first for a while, but they've just been holding on to second as well, so really good position for them, and shock situation is still a bit of a mystery. I'm willing to bet that no one really has it.
Yeah, no one actually
backwards.
No one actually has it.
These ramps being super janky, so yeah, we're gonna have to wait for the shock situation just a bit, but for now, MI still in the driving seat for this race, blocking the rail, smart.
Ooh. Yeah, that banana was really good. Oh, that one was too. Yeah, pulling out the double back spam strats too, Fib and Nana. Oh, the POW preventing everyone from taking the shortcut as MI's top 2 is just gone. I don't think you can break that up. Money's finally pulling the shock.
With them controlling shock, I think there's just no question that they're winning this race. And the TC passing the parry.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Like, you flag to get him off of you, but it still passes anyway. Oh, it kind of looks like he passed it to Jose there, but no dice, as Barry is just dead last now.
Yeah, and now it comes down to when MI is going to use shock. Are they going to use it last set? Yes, they are, but I'm not sure what the benefit of that was. Maybe just getting some people into boxes. Looks like Jose dodged. Jose's moving up into 3rd place, and
an IF member falls off the track, and suddenly Precision and Barry just kind of, I don't know. It was hard to know what that shock actually did. It was like...
Yeah, so it looks like a few IF members died on the line, which allowed Precision to take even more spots. It originally looked like it was going to take 6, but it looks like he just took 5th there, because Dermo kind of died on the line. Either way, really good... Just a really well played race for MI. You know, keeping that top 2 strong throughout the race and finishing
it. No way! What? Okay, MI.
This is critical for IF. They have to be sweating. They have to be just like, not this again. You know what I mean? Because like, at this point, you can't afford to let it slip out of your hands again.
Not like this, dude. They got here twice in 2 seasons. You can't let it slip away now. 39-point difference. They are down by more than 1 perfect race. They need many winning races now.
Yeah, I mean, being down effectively 40 points is just, that's got to be a kick in the butt, you know. You just gotta. That's. If that doesn't mount a comeback, I don't know what will. So.
IF trying to break out
Mushroom Island secret weapon.
Yeah, the secret weapon of many teams. Mushroom Island is very, I don't know, like notorious, infamous. I don't know what you'd call it, but it's a very love it or hate it sort of track, and IF pulling out Mushroom Island, hoping to find something to try and get them back in it.
Yeah, a very polarizing track, but I feel like Dermo and Alpha's experience on this is going to definitely show. However, oh, looks like we actually are going to Mushroom Island, so good. This is exactly... I'm not sure if it's exactly what they need, but it's definitely, on paper, it looks like it might benefit them, you know what I mean? So...
Yeah, sorta, yeah. I haven't really watched a competitive match this track in a long time, so I'm not too familiar with all of the strategies, especially since the shortcut is now heavily nerfed.
Yeah, true. And also the bagging strat on this one is very, very tricky. I'm not sure if either bagger is going to have an easy time pulling that one off. I feel like it'll be a while before... either bagger pulls shock. I think it might be like 60 seconds, but anyways, Barry
with another one?
Yeah, Alpha taking the cut into 1st place, as it looks like, and Barry getting TS on these mushrooms, apparently.
Oh, almost getting TS, but he saves himself at the last second there.
Yeah, so it looks like Precision and Alpha are battling for shock right now, and Monty's pulling a 9th place shock early on.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it was in 9th. It could have been in 10th, but yeah. Yeah, that's going to be huge. Because,
yeah, he definitely did fake Callum out, but I think Callum is just going to stay there in case, you know, they do use shock and try to pull another one. But I mean, if Callum doesn't chase Monies here, Monies can just hold the shock forever, and they don't have to go for a second one.
So Precision getting blued out of that 1st place, but Vespev getting bomb sniped, and Barry taking the shortcut, breaking up those top spots. It's all up to just getting Jack out of first, which it's entirely possible. 2 shrooms, you can just take some shortcuts. Ooh, getting hit by a Nana though. Where did that bomb come from?
And that was a very ambitious bomb from one of the MI members, but
that must have been like thrown from the heavens off of one of the high mushrooms. But yeah, that was really close.
I mean, Callum is still staying planted on that item set further back. I mean, they have to know that MI is holding shock at this point, and it just remains to be seen how they'll counter it, because, you know, Callum is choosing not to go further back and start the shock out of him. So I don't know.
Interesting play there to not like go into first there. I don't know what exactly he's doing, but maybe he's just like hoping to just beat him out of the line just in case like there's a blue thrown at him or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but he might potentially take over first here. This is 2-3 right now for IF. This is a pretty good position, and yeah, they just have to hold on to this. I'm not sure what more there is they can do, but Dermo actually floundering.
Oh, but this red, it might break on the corner, but oh, yeah, it is though. Yeah,
and it looks like it was actually Jack who fell off and not Dermo. That was a bit laggy right there. You can tell what's going on. But 2-3 for IF, and it looks like 1-4-5-6 potentially for the rest of MI.
Yeah, a couple of people that are like super far behind. That's kind of the nature of this track. You will fall behind if you are not careful. Like, the pack can just get so spread out so fast just because of these mushrooms. Like, you fall off, get bad respawn, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and Barry was just put in such a tough position. I mean, he couldn't take the cut because he would have gotten TS if he did, and, you know, there was just no blue in sight for MI, and, yeah, Dermo did the best he could with the bill he pulled in 8th, and, you know, it was just salvaging the best he could, I guess. Although I'm not quite sure what happened to Alpha and LP.
Lap 2, Alpha was in 3rd, but he got a weird trick on a mushroom that sent him sideways when he landed, so the boost shot him off the track.
Unfortunate, yeah.
And then he pulled a TC right out.
Here. Oh, he TC ran? Oh.
Yeah.
A lot of TCs in these last few races for IF. That's gotta hurt, but yeah, they can't be too focused on it right now because they're losing by almost 50 points, if not that. So one more GP to go. It's looking very unlikely for IF, but they have to give it their all. Will it be Maximum taking this match, or will IF make a big comeback? Let's see.
Ooh, I would love to see the IF comeback. I won't lie.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible. These teams have gone back and forth so much. You know, one big top 4 could swing things or end things. You never know.
Yeah, it's on the margin of being just barely possible and just being impossible, right? Because 50 after, like, being down 50 after, like, with 4 races to go is just. If they get one more top 4, it's effectively over for you. I mean, you have to. It's really more of like working against the clock. It's just like getting big enough races every race in order to just get it down as quickly as you can, so you can relax. So, yeah, I mean, it's a really tough spot for IF to be put in, but you know, there's no other way. I mean, it's now or never, pretty much. So. GP3, let's see what they have in store.
Yep, we'll see what tracks they decide to break out next. They have been picking Airship Fortress a few times, so if they get one good race, they could just pick that and go back to those tracks that just like limit your opponent's options. Because again, that's where they kind of excelled at the most, but they've just kind of lost touch with that. So I'm hoping that they realize that here, and they end up picking Mushroom Peaks instead.
Looks like they're not going to realize that, and instead go for the quintessential
well, this is the track where one error can just break your race. So maybe they're just kind of counting on their own team's ability to win. But
no! Nope. It's Volcanic Valley. I really wanted to see Mushroom Peaks, though.
I hope we can see Mushroom Peaks this match.
Well, instead we're going to go to Volcanic Valley, and we've seen this track a couple times. It's really good for running, and it's also a sitting track for baggers. So interesting dynamic there. And if I'm not quite sure who this benefits, to be honest, because you know, strong runners on both sides of the spectrum, and it really just depends on the first couple of seconds here to see who loses first or who gets into first. So
yep. Well, I think that this track benefits MI a bit more because they were the hosts of the room and they're in their odd spots. So starting in first here, really good. But it looks like MI is just bleeding spots instead. As IF 1-3 and Triple Shrooms in third is huge because you can just kind of pass MI in second here, just kind of being threatened out with greens, but not quite. Jack getting back spammed, and there's a TC in play, and it's passed off to an MI member. IF already playing to win. Like
MI currently has shock as well.
Ooh, that's gotta be a secret weapon for them. I mean, Dermo driving into that wall was a bit unfortunate, but, you know, Barry with these 2 shrooms, it's not going to be too bad because, you know, he can dodge a blue, but, you know, Dermo taking a hit, like, really just halting, just really, like, I'm not quite sure what that was, but looks like Barry's just going to go for cut here, which I guess is smart. I mean, he's still going to have a second shroom to dodge a blue with, but...
Yeah, oh, but no...
Right here, and that's...
And Bestfef ended up pulling the bullet in 8.
Precision dodging as well. It looks like Jack dodging as well, I'm not sure. So that's probably like 2 or 3 MI members dodging, and suddenly the race is flipped back around. You don't see this very often. There's not too many early shocks in this track, but a blue as well, and I hope that he doesn't get random green here, and he doesn't. So Barry managing to hold his second place, and one of IF is actually here as well in third, so it's not looking too bad. It was looking bad for a moment there with the top 2.
Money's got another shock.
Money's got another shock. Oh no.
Alrighty then. Yeah, Money's just kind of taking home all the shocks here for some reason. Oh, that's nice.
And the Sad Cat Bluebird blocking our vision for a little bit, but...
you actually can't see anything. Precision hitting something, so now he's just... gave Barry first, and suddenly this is looking like a very strange race here.
You know? And there is. That's going to TS Barry right on the ramp there. And dodging Jack as well. This is just looking like a top 2.
Hossein the first, Jack as well. Yep, top 2 is all they really needed here, so they're just content with doing that. Like, using 2 quick shocks just to make it so that IF is just like struggling to even catch up.
Yeah,
so
those are 2 very effective shocks as well. I mean, like,
yeah,
the first shock dodged like 2 or 3 people, and then this other shock TS'd first and then dodged someone else. It's just the best. Like, these shocks are so effective, you almost couldn't ask for better. But you know, that hurt. That really hurt for IF. I mean, you outplayed them at the beginning of the race, and it ended up not mattering.
Yep, 3, 4, 5, 7 for IF, and suddenly they are down 55 with 3 races to go. You need like top 3s every single race if you want to win.
I mean, at this point, realistically, you need a top 4 every race. I mean, 3, 4, 5 in this case is a consolation prize at best, considering you were top 3 and then you just kind of threw it. But yeah, well, not looking good for IF, but don't count them out. They can definitely do this. I hope. So yeah, MI finishing top 2. I feel like they're gonna go with something very runnable, potentially Final Grounds.
Yeah, we haven't really seen Final Grounds yet. That is a very popular one.
Yeah,
will they break out the Final Grounds? Let's see.
Will they go on Final Grounds, or will they pick something else? I definitely want to see Mushroom Peaks. It'd be cool, but it looks like IF is thinking about something else right now, something more suited to their spots. Oh no, they're thinking about Mushroom Peaks again, and it's going to be a balance between Mushroom Peaks and Mushroom City. Very interesting, very interesting.
Yeah, GC and Mushroom City. Yeah, I feel like IF could have used GC and Mushroom City a long time ago, but nope, Peaks it is. Yep,
we're going to Mushroom Peaks finally. Artie, I want to ask you, how do you think this is going to develop? Because I haven't really seen this track in any cast before, so tell me.
I'm not sure how well these guys are consistent at either the streamless or even just staying on the track itself. But if someone can get Bill, then they're going to be in a really good spot.
Yeah, and I feel like Precision and LT are going to be battling for the Bill here early on. And am I starting top 2, just guns blazing, running away with it really quickly? And it looks like one of them got reds and immediately Redaderma out. And
looking to maybe... Oh, no, nobody going for the cut and top spots. The cut can be done shroomless now, but it's usually something you would see at a higher level of play. I'm not exactly sure if these guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Barry knows how to do that because you're meant to trick there, and that really
looks like precision build up through cut.
Precision build up through cut. Now he has a huge lead in first, but also Dermo sneaking into second place by doing that cut as well. So precision's actually getting blued or bond. I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah, it looked like a blue shell, just like stopping before the boost panel. It kind of looked odd on the mini map, but yeah, it looks like he was just trying to
basically equalize at this point as Alpha pulls another TC. That's very.
Oh, that sucks.
And Monies has shock.
Monies has shock, unable to pass it to Jose, but yeah. So this shock is going to be a pretty big factor because if he TS anyone anywhere near that big mushroom section, it's just it's so brutal. It's so you do him dirty like that.
Yep. But the spots are just kind of alternating right now, so a shock would just kind of kill either team rather than just like benefit one. So maybe this will be held since MI is in an advantageous position, and Monies is just kind of content on just losing the shock.
The shock, no.
Unfortunate. I was gonna say, like, he's just content on holding this. Bonk. Off. Goodbye. Yeah. But yeah, shock, hopefully able to pull it again.
Feeling lucky today.
Alright, Barry taking the cut and making it.
Nice.
Ooh. A little bit of a weird landing, but that's okay.
So that's 2-3 for IF. I think both of them to cut, and then 1-4 for MI. So, anything can happen pretty much. Barry taking the cut off to the side, saving less time, but still managing to get closer to precision. Money's
holding the shot.
A second time, buddy.
I feel like now MI is in a better position to use this because now the pack is just way more spread out amongst like who's where. Because IF and 2-3, you can just kind of get both of them at once while keeping your first place safe. Especially since...
fell off again with it.
Oh no, dude!
What are you doing,
Stop
dude?
it! Stop making me eat my words, please. Oh my god.
The match is not over yet. Stop BMing. Stop throwing, bro. Well, Barry has one more shroom, so it'll be... I want to see him take cut here. I want to see him attack that first place even more.
Yeah, there's no way he doesn't take cut here.
And he goes for it. I like that. And at this point, we can only know who has shock. I mean...
Precision getting blued off!
Precision getting blued off, that's huge.
Oh
however,
no,
he
but he's
failed the cut. Barry also failing the shroom cut. I suspected this would happen.
So Precision just keeps his first, like, against all odds there. Like, if he made the cut there, that was a free first for IF, but no, like, it just didn't happen. Oh, but there's the blue.
So another one, and
this will be the third blue he's taken this race, so he's taken some abuse. MI in like 4, 5, 6 though, so they might still be able to pull out a winning race here.
Oh, Barry costed him the star.
Not reacting quick enough there. As IF actually able to get into first here, and there's like now I'm surprised the pack is this close, to be honest. Oh, bean corner.
Money's a shock again.
Money's a shock again. This time he's going forward, and now he's going to TS first place on the big ramp right there, and that might actually allow Precision to take over first once again, and he does.
Indeed. So, looks like I
1-3-4-5 for MI this race.
Yep, I think with that, this war is pretty much over. Oh, does he make this? Oh, no.
Oh, what did he made it?
I think after that race, this war is over. Like, MI is up way too much, and there's only 2 races left. It's really unfortunate. Like, so much could have gone in IF's favor there, but it just did not work out, and money is like...
Nothing is for sure yet. We're gonna have to wait for the results and see if it's actually mathematically doable. That was a pretty entertaining race, in more ways than one.
Yeah, I mean, and money's like constantly like playing around with the shock, just made it so that IF could not take advantage of it.
Monies was doing it for the fans.
The fans. The Mushroom Pete's fans.
I mean, I'm a big fan of this. I didn't expect this to be as entertaining as it was. I mean, yeah. First time casting Mushroom Peaks turned out to be quite the experience. And
yeah, I wasn't expecting those bagger shenanigans to happen.
For sure. And I don't want to say this is over just yet. Maybe IF, has something left in the tank for us. They've surprised us before, and you know, even though it's looking a bit unlikely, I definitely hope that they're gonna give us a good performance these last 2 races.
Yeah, unfortunately, in order to win, they need like 2 top 5s, which requires 2 all runs, and that is the most unlikely thing to happen. So I think they'll just kind of play around on Jungle Jamble for the last couple of races here.
They're gonna have to give it their best shot. I mean, even if they did lose, which I'm not sure, they gave it their best shot, and now they just want to finish in good grace, you know. So picking Jungle Jamble, I'm not sure that's the best all-run track. I mean, it's short, but I mean, how often does that work out for you, you know? So
it works out a lot more than you think. You can definitely get like races over 30 points, like 30-point gain.
Yeah, interesting. Instead, we're going to be going to Aquania, and this is one of those staple competitive picks. You know, this is really good for MI spots who did just get 1, 3, 4, 5. So this is definitely going to favor them. And I say that, but IF is populating these top spots more and more as they're slipping into 2, 3, 4.
Yep, Jack's still in first though. TC being pulled, so he's going to have to run away. Yeah, holding down your top spots here is really good. But yeah, Jack in first is really going to halt things. A Mega being pulled, though, the shock here is actually really surprisingly good, just because of the cannon at the very end. So this Mega, like, you can basically just do anything with it if you wanted to.
Yeah, and I would like to point out that this actually is all run for both teams, and Moniz does pull the shock, so there's that. And I feel like gonna dodge first here.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
It'll be predictable on the flip side of that coin, so it'll be. I don't know. RT, when do you think they'll use shock here?
I think they'll just hold till the end.
Yeah, that's probably the smartest decision. I mean, they don't want to give.
Because right now, Infinite are down what 80 something.
It's like 72, yeah.
Yeah, so as long as
they don't have to use this, but at the same time, I mean, our Derma's overtaken Jack.
Yeah, and I think they're just gonna hold it now that Jack lost first. So this Mega is just gonna be.
Yeah.
However,
I want to see Barry maybe schlag Jack with this Mega. I don't know.
Dermo tried to get in with him. Oh, Jack being pressured by so many different items at once now. Mega, red.
How is Jack thriving in this chaotic environment?
I do not know. Will this Fib connect though? Is he going to go for it? Yes, he is, but no, Jack saw that.
But unfortunately, it doesn't land.
Yep, so Jack looks like he'll just be able to take first here, barring any blue shells, or like a surprise like target shock or something, but I don't think you can get target shocked anymore. Oof, nice avoidance there, trying to go for a snipe.
Oh, actually, what an unconventional power dodge. You don't see those very often. Just snipe out of the air from the sticky road.
Yeah, it was a really lucky power dodge, I think. Like, the sticky road just giving you just enough air to avoid that POW. But yeah, Jack taking first, Precision dodging at the end to take second. Oh, that's just insult to injury right there.
It actually looks like that's another 1, 3, 4, 5 for MI at the very end. So
yeah, it is over.
Unfortunate. Oh man, IF did such a good job in the first few matches, but then GP2 match 2 it just started crumbling down. And I mean, it was close up to a time. Like they were keeping it close. Even this match, like they were down 18, which is not that bad. But then the top 4 struck, and it just kind of caught them off guard, and they were not able to recover. So yeah.
Despite getting a top 4 of their own just a race earlier than that, it just was not able to bring it back.
Yep, and it's probably no secret that MI is your CTD3 champions. So this is just going to be, this last year is going to be a victory lap for them. It'll be interesting to see what they pick. Will they pick something quite memey, or will they take it seriously? Will they go for that point differential, or will they just take it more casually?
I don't know. But you know what? Congratulations, MI. They did it. Like they fought the really long, hard battle here, but in the end, MI able to just bang out race after race after race of just pure performance, and they took home the championship of D3. Can't wait to see them perform in D2 next season.
That's for sure. I mean, MI's power level has just never quite dropped. I mean, it's just steadily gone up. I mean, since the first match, they've it took a bit for them to get started, but when they did get into high gear, it was just impossible to stop them. Like, I mean, they just kept accelerating up and up and up. So yeah. Although I want to sing the praises of IF a bit, because they came into this with the lineup that hasn't been playing for the entire season, and they gave MI a run for their money, at least in match 1. And I mean, some of these calls on some of these races, I mean, it was very apparent that IF came prepared. I mean, they are not amateurs, for sure, and yeah. So that's what I have to say for Infinite. Definitely well fought, but unfortunately came quite short.
Yeah, and you know, I was a little skeptical of IF just bringing out players that haven't really played all season, but you know what? It seemed like it was working out at first. Like, they won match 1 pretty cleanly, despite it being close, but they just couldn't hold it together for some reason, and yeah, they just kind of lost their touch. They just kind of lost like what was making them win in the first place.
Yeah, once they were put in like these hectic situations, these situations that they didn't have so much control over, they just started breaking down. They just started panicking, which you know, I would have expected a team with as much experience as IF to not really do that. I think, like, not collapse easily.
I think 2 people just made the egg cut at once.
Yeah,
that's not see often.
Alpha and
Dermo.
Dermo, yeah.
Dermo?
Yeah, so they're
showing a high display of skill, but unfortunately, it's too late now. However, that's a pretty cool montage clip. So, back to the race. IF actually occupying top 3 right now, and Dermo kind of in 6th or 7th, so pretty good for them. I imagine... Wait. Oh, looks like an MI shock, after all. I was about to say, shock?
Yeah, everyone's going all run now, just because this race doesn't really matter. So everyone's just kind of having fun at this point. That was an MI shock, it looks like, just dodging precision, it looks like.
Oh, and Monty's pulling a bill, bringing it up to 8th. It'll be interesting to see where he actually ends up with this bill. I feel like, you know, if he brings this to like 5th or 6th, then it'll be cool. But he'll have to survive Callum trying to stop Mega him first. So yeah, IF still holding on a top 2 for now, and you know, these MI members, they're creeping up slowly but surely, and they just want to stat pad their indivs. They want to get some of that limelight to finish off the series here.
Yeah, might as well just have
off from the mushroom cut, giving a bit of breathing room for MI here, as they're 2, 3, 4 right now.
No.
Unsure what the shock situation is.
Unfortunately, he didn't get enough air on one of the mushrooms.
Well, this might work out because he's in a position to pull shock for his team. So, yeah, Barry getting blued as well, which sends Jose into 1st. And so far, Monty's not pulling shock, but he has another chance here. He has another set to go to. So, yeah, Barry's still holding 2nd place. Jose's still holding 1st place, and it remains to be seen if Barry can get him out. But yeah, this race is very much just like MI just trying to get as many points as they can, and
oh, that was a really well-timed shock to get all of MI onto the mushroom, and now but
Dermo's coming up in a bill, and I think he might steal the 1st place here, just bringing MI down to size.
You know what?
Or they're getting top 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah,
might as well indiv the one shock that doesn't matter.
Yep, not much to say there. IF, you know, giving it their best shot, putting in a big amount of effort, but in the end, it's going to be MI taking CTD3 title. So, yeah, as we see the results for the GP, Jack MVPing, Jose being up there, Vesfef actually not scoring that much, which is surprising because some of us expected him to, you know, show up